Hello everyone, this is Darshan Mehta from SPERA Securities. Today I'll be addressing certain frequently asked questions and also giving my insights on how to place orders as per the levels which are shared in the Algo-Tech Intraday product. So first things first, what are the different services that SPERA Securities offers and which one should you consider subscribing? So essentially there may be different names to different products, but essentially they are of two kinds. The services that we offer right now are of two kinds. One is an intraday service and one is a positional service. Which one should you consider subscribing depends on your availability for the markets, depends on your outlook and your expectation from the stock market. If you're someone who is having a day job, who's going to be occupied, who doesn't have the time to constantly monitor the screen, I think you should consider subscribing to a positional product because that is more easier in terms of execution. If you're someone who is moderately available, who can give the first 1.5 hour to the markets, and who wishes to have a regular passive income or a regular source of income from the stock market, the Algo-Tech Intraday product is a good product for you. So essentially two kinds of services. One is an intraday service, one is a positional service. Going forward, there's also a leg of service which is designed to be a live market service, wherein we will be in a constant touch with all the clients who are subscribing to that particular service. We will guide on when to enter, which stock to enter, how to hedge the position, where to book profits, so on and so forth. So that is named as CGCM, Capital Due to Capital Markets. No upfront fees. The performance, it's a performance linked fee. Basically, whatever your P&L reflects, the fees will be linked to that. All you need to do is open a Demat account with us, fund it, and we'll add you to that group. All the trades will be shared there. Whatever action that is required to be taken will be shared there. If you're someone who wants to get into a performance linked service but is not available for the market, so CGCM requires an active participation. The client is required to trade himself based on the guidance by the experts from my team. But if suppose you're not available for that, then you can consider subscribing to a positional, PBS kind of a product, wherein we'll be building a portfolio, looking to add quality stocks, try to build a profit cushion first up, and then later on take certain riskier setups. So the idea there is that we are going to manage a portfolio in your particular Demat account. So this is like an execution support services, wherein we will open a Demat account for you and under our tag, and the trades will be executed in your account. All you need to do is at the end of the day confirm the trade, which is again a hassle-free process. You'll get a IVR-based confirmation call. Just press 1 and that's about it. We run this particular product in affiliation with 𝐒𝐏𝐄𝐿 Securities and Intellect Stock Broking Limited. Whichever broking platform you are comfortable with, we can sign up and open a Demat account and start like within a week's time or so. So essentially two kinds of service, intraday and positional. Again, intraday there will be 6 trading levels which will be shared before the market opens based on the output of our algorithm, which is nothing but a Python coded screener, which is wherein we've set certain parameters based on price, volume, and the output of that particular screener is then checked for technicals on smaller time frames, on medium time frames. Like we start from 15-minute charts to all the way up to daily charts for intraday trades. For positional trades, we look at weekly charts, monthly charts, and based on the technicals, the best structures according to us are shared with our clients. This has been around for last 2 years now and been one of the most consistent product so far. With Tech Check by Niti's involvement in the recent months, I think the product is performing really, really well, since there is a more dedicated methodology of filtering the stocks that we have in the last 2-3 months now. So this is a product you can consider subscribing. Herein again, if you are not someone who will be able to trade 5-6 trades, we will be marking the best of the lot as a hashtag. So those are the high conviction trades. You can just choose to trade on those particular 2 setups and wrap your day in the first 1.5 hours. The idea here is to start early and finish early, and then you can get on with your day-to-day life. So for this particular product, I think this particular video is in particular for how to execute trades based on the Algo-Tech levels which are shared in the morning. So I'll give you an example. This is 16th of August. The trading levels were shared at 8:45, 8:46 a.m. in the morning. So you broadly have equity cash setups and FNO setups. So the hashtag ones are the ones where we expect that the chances of stop loss hitting is low and the chances of targets hitting are higher. So this is going to be a kind of a setup where you'll be able to make almost 70-75% of the times you'll be able to make that 1.5-2% and wrap your day. I think from an intraday perspective, 1.5% is a massive return. It's although cash setups end up giving much higher returns. Just for an example, if you see yesterday we had Jubilant and Gravia, which moved 4-5%. Punjab Chemical moved almost 10%. Elecon moved more than 10%. So that's about it. But broadly, if you're someone who's not going to have too much of a managerial skills to manage different trades, go for the hashtag trades. Just take those hashtag trades, and that's about it. Starting with how to execute trades on this particular product. So firstly, I would advise you all to either sign up with us for a Demat account under us, either on Angel Broking or on Nirmal Bang Securities. Reason being, I think the levels are shared before the market opens. Between 9 to 9-7, we'll not be able to trade because generally the levels are buy above or sell below. So for that, you need to place a stop loss order mentioning a trigger price according to the levels, which cannot be placed during the pre-open market. So all you can do is once the market settles after 9-7, that is when you can place the orders. Now on a lot of broking platforms, you'll not be able to place the orders between 9:08 to 9:15. You'll be able to place orders only after 9:15. So that is when trades like say India Glycols, the level was buy above 726. Yesterday India Glycols opened at 726. Opened at 726, and in the first 5 minutes, if I can just show you the chart, the stock just moved and hit the target and came down. So if you are not on a broking platform which allows you to place orders between 9:08 to 9:15, you will at times miss out on trades which are moving from the very first minute. You will not get an entry. Alternatively, you may enter it when it comes down, and then the trade may not perform because whatever movement we were expecting has happened in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes. More than that, if you are on this particular system of placing orders between 9:08 to 9:15, you will place order, the trade will go live, your quantity will get bought. Within the first 10 minutes, you will see that 1.5-2%. Book it, close your day. I think that's what I've done in the last entire year, taking trades in the first 15-20 minutes, moved out of the trade, booked my initial, start the day well. If you start the day well, I think a lot of setups, that momentum setups that keep coming during the day becomes easier because you've already had some profit cushion in the morning. So if you see trades like India Glycol, I think Anthony Waste also opened at 383. So what you can do is, the levels which are shared are essentially going to be of 4 types: buy above, buy near, sell near, and sell below, indicating that we are going to take intraday trades based on 4 concepts, or rather 2 concepts. One is a buy near support or a buy on a breakout. The other is sell near a resistance, or sell once the stock is broken down. So these are the essentially 4 types of orders that we are going to place. If we look at India Glycols, it opened right at 726. Had you had the order in the system, suppose मैंने buy का order लगाया, ठीक है, buy का order लगाया, ठीक है. Now you go into India Glycols, buy. You put the quantity, you go in advanced trade, you put the stop loss, buy 100, trigger prices, since we need to buy above 726, 726.05, You can place a price here 727, or you can even leave it to market. In Angel you'll be able to buy a higher quantity, or if you are having an account with us, because basically other brokers will not give you that kind of a leverage. Angel will give you that leverage. It's not a leverage, basically this is a method wherein you will be taking only the upfront margin. So suppose if you have 5 lakh rupees in your Demat account, and say you want to trade India Glycol, jiska upfront margin is 50%, you can trade quantity worth 10 lakh rupees, although you have only 5 lakh rupees in your Demat account, and you can even take delivery of that 10 lakh rupees. ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपके पास 10 लाख रुपए होने चाहिए to be able to take intraday trade, or even a BTST kind of a trade, where you can use the upfront margin. If suppose the upfront margin required for India Glycol is say 50%, you can take 2x quantity. अगर ये stock, अगर Reliance है जिसका upfront margin से 30% है, so you can take 15 lakh worth of stock in a 5 lakh rupees margin. So this facility is available on the Angel Broking, which is a very good facility for people who want to trade with a limited capital, but are willing to take a higher chunk of see, धीरे धीरे आप जब इस प्रोडक्ट पे यूज टू हो जाओगे, you know that the product is going to perform 70% of the times. So that is when you can take those calculated risks that okay, this looks like a good setup, I should go with a higher quantity, and that is where a traditional broking setup will help you out, because ये आपको क्या करेगा, आपको margin पे quantity लेने देगा, and once you take quantities on margin, you will in the same capital be able to work on a larger quantity. So this is for people who get used to. I wouldn't suggest people to start trading upfront on leverage, no, but yeah, going forward, as in when you build confidence, that is when we can start taking calculated risk. More than that, why this feature is important, because we'll have 6 setups. ठीक है, सारे के सारे ट्रिगर नहीं हो गए, दिन में 1-2 सेटअप हो गए जो ट्रिगर नहीं हो गया, बट यू विल हैव टू प्लेस द ऑर्डर्स. आई विल बी प्लेसिंग ऑर्डर्स एंड ब्लॉकिंग योर कैपिटल. सपोज आपके 5 लाख रुपए, आप सब में 1-1 लाख का ऑर्डर डालोगे, मालूम पड़ा आपने एंड ऑफ द डे से 3 लाख का कैपिटल ही यूटिलाइज कर पाए, and say 2 setups work, 1 setup doesn't, it is not the most optimum or the efficient utilization of your capital. On the contrary, if you have, say for example, 5 lakh rupees of capital and you want to trade 5 setups, and you know that only 3 or 4 might actually trigger, or maybe 3 or 4 triggers, and then you book out profits, you don't want to trade for the rest of the day, you can cancel the rest of the orders. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, जब आप margin में order लगाओगे, तो within the same capital you will have room to place stop loss, you will have room to place targets. So margin will probably help you. This order type will help you not just for leverage, but also to place orders and have targets and stop losses under different orders. So what we do is 9:08 से 9:15 के बीच में जो levels आए हैं, उस हिसाब से आप order लगा दो. India Glycol buy above 726, आपने trigger price लगा दिया 726.05, limit price लगा दी 727, margin buy, confirm buy. Your order is placed, it will show as forwarded to exchange, and 9:15 the order will go live, and आपका trade, if the price hits, your trade will execute, which you may miss out if you are trading on any other broking platform other than Angel Broking or Nirmal Bang Securities. Nirmal Bang also, the order will be placed between 9:08 to 9:15. Nirmal Bang also, in intraday you will have a higher margin to trade with. All those modifications have been done by us. That is absolutely no problem with that, because these are customized platforms for our particular clients, as we are channel partners with both these broking entities. So this is about a trade which is buy above and which is open below the levels. Now say for example, if something opens gap up, जैसे Jubilant Ingrevia 720 के ऊपर आपको enter करना था, but it has opened with a gap up. Now here what I suggest is, if it has opened with a gap up, whether it is a weak gap up or a strong gap up, how do you determine that? And how do I determine that is, I put a price penetration of 0.5%, and that is my indicator. So for example, if 723 पे open हुआ है, the level was buy above 720, the stock has opened with a gap up at 723. So what I will do is, either I will take the trade above target 1, मतलब मैं 730 के ऊपर enter करूँगा, या तो I will put a price penetration of 0.5%. So if you say price penetration of 0.5%, 723 into 100.05, 100.5 divided by 100. So that's 726.6. So I'll place an order above 7. Sorry, the video got interrupted. So buy above and buy near. There are the two order types that we will be following for long trades. Buy above is basically when you're looking to enter a breakout or a momentum, and you are going to buy higher with an intention to sell much higher. So यहाँ पे क्या होगा, आप ऑर्डर प्लेस करोगे स्टॉप लॉस मोड में. दो पॉसिबिलिटी है. स्टॉक का ओपनिंग प्राइस इज़ बिलो द लेवल शेयर्ड. यू सिंपली हैव टू एंटर द क्वांटिटी. द ट्रिगर प्राइस एज पर द लेवल 720 के ऊपर बाय करना है. आप 720.05 डालोगे एंड आप ट्रेड में एंटर कर लोगे. ठीक है. The alternative, the other scenario here is the stock opens with a gap up, opens at 723, take a price penetration, place order slightly higher so that you know that it's a strong gap up and you're entering in momentum. ठीक है. The ranges for profit and stop loss remains the same. If it's a 10-point stop loss will remain 10 points from your entry price. Price penetration ले लो या round number आता है. Suppose it would have opened at 726 for example. आपका प्राइस पेनिट्रेशन आता है 729 समथिंग. एंटर अबाउ 730. टेक अ राउंड नंबर. जितना आप राउंड नंबर्स को रिस्पेक्ट करोगे उतना अच्छा है. डोंट एंटर एट रैंडम नंबर्स. इफ़ योर 0.5% पेनिट्रेशन इज कमिंग एट से 724.50, माइट एज वेल एंटर अबाउ 725 और एंटर अबाउ. सो टेक अ नंबर वेयर you know that there can be big sellers. वो उनका माल एग्जॉस्ट होगा एंड देन you know that the buyers are stronger. So buy above, two possibilities, gap up or a entry. मतलब आपका opening price is below the levels. So just slight adjustment with your entry price, everything else remains the same. Likewise for buy near setups. Basically here we are trying to buy near supports. अगर 728 पे खुलता है जुबिलेंट and you know that 720 is a support, 748 पे खुला है, 720 is a support or a level which is shared by near 720. तो आप क्या करोगे, एक नॉर्मल ऑर्डर लगाओगे 720.05 या 720.55 so that when the price comes down and it hits this price, you are in the train at a lower price. You've bought near supports. Now the buyers will again draw the price up, and now when the price moves from 720 to 730-35, you are in profits. Again stop loss ranges remains the same which are shared. इसमें जो लेवल शेयर किया है वो लेवल का नॉर्मल ऑर्डर लगाना है. as simple as that. Now going to sell order types, basically short setups. अगर सपोज मैंने आपको बोला है कि M&M Finance मेरे को सेल करना है, there are two possibilities. एक सेल रेजिस्टेंस के पास, या सेल when the stock breaks a support and it's a breakdown. So if I tell you that you need to sell it near 154, you will place a normal sell order, enter your quantity and enter your price. मेरे को जब 154 आएगा ना, जब रेजिस्टेंस है, ये प्राइस जब स्क्रीन पे आएगा तब आप एंटर करोगे ट्रेड. उसके पहले आप एंटर नहीं करोगे. सपोज ऑर्डर है कि 150 के नीचे ब्रेक डाउन है, वहाँ पे आपको एंटर करना है. सो 149.95 इज़ योर एंट्री प्राइस मार्केट, और यू कैन पुट अ लिमिट ऑर्डर से 149.50. इससे क्या होगा, ये जब लेवल आएगा ये भाव तक ही आपका माल बिकेगा. ऐसा नहीं है लेवल आने के बाद आपका 148 वगैरह पे माल कटेगा. सो दिस इज़ अ स्टॉप लॉस ऑर्डर, बट एसेंशियली दिस इज़ अ मेन ऑर्डर. हम ये स्टॉप लॉस क्यों यूज़ कर रहे हैं, ये ट्रिगर प्राइस के लिए. हमने अभी तक M&M का कोई ऑर्डर लगाया ही नहीं. हम चाहते हैं कि 150 के नीचे हम इसको शॉर्ट करें, तो हमने स्टॉप लॉस में गए. अभी ये खुला है 150.85 पे फॉर एग्जांपल. आपको 150 के नीचे शॉर्ट करना है. आप स्टॉप लॉस में गए, आपने 149.95 डाला, 149 डाला, सेल दबाया. दिस इज़ योर मेन ऑर्डर. This is your order, first leg of order for M&M Finance. Once this order executes and now you want to place a stop loss, 151 का stop loss लगाना है. आप क्या करोगे, अब बाय में आओगे, मार्केट क्वांटिटी in advanced trade, stop loss. मतलब this is an order to restrict your losses. Always in stop loss order ensure that this is market, this is not limit, because at times the stop loss may skip and the price may move higher. So keep a market stop loss, and this is to be placed after you are entered into the trade. आपने एंट्री ले ली है, उसके बाद ही आप ये ऑर्डर प्लेस करोगे. Coming to the next order, that is sell. So we've discussed both. Sell near is a normal order, sell below is a stop loss order. अगर stop loss इसमें अगर suppose gap down हुआ 149.50 पे खुला स्टॉक, तो अब आप सेम कॉन्सेप्ट यूज़ करोगे. प्राइस पेनिट्रेशन ऑफ 0.5%, 149.5 से आप 0.5% माइनस करोगे, बिकॉज यू वांट टू सेल इट. इफ सपोज इट्स अ वीक गैप डाउन, द बायर्स विल buy it from 149.5 and you've shorted it at 149.5. Give it a price penetration of 0.5%, ठीक है, मतलब 0.75 और 149.5 पे खुला अगर, तो रिड्यूस पॉइंट है, तो सपोज 149 पकड़ के चलो, तो यू विल प्लेस एन ऑर्डर, इफ इट्स अ गैप डाउन यू विल प्लेस ऑर्डर स्लाइटली लोअर, adjust your entry price so that you are not in a false breakdown or a false breakout. So you are taking a 0.5% as a confirmation for your entry, and don't worry if the stock is weak, and if it breaks that 0.5% confirmation price penetration, there is a good chance that it will move further down and you will be in profits. Don't worry that you are selling at a lower level than what is indicated, and definitely don't do sell below 150 या 148 पे खुला तो जब वो 150 पे आएगा तब आप शॉर्ट कर रहे हो. दैट इज़ अ रॉन्ग अप्रोच. व्हाट इट इंडिकेट्स इज वो नीचे खुल के उसने उसकी डाउनवर्ड मूवमेंट इंट्राडे की ख़त्म कर दिया. नाउ द बायर्स आर गेटिंग स्ट्रॉन्गर. So these are the few adjustments that you need to do while placing orders in Algo-Tech Intraday product. And if you have any further doubts, you can reach out to Tanesh or Neeti or Shreyansh from my team. Thank you very much. All the best for your day.